Hey everyone, it's Bob Perkins coming back to you with another Inside Sales Studio episode. I'm here with Tom Parbs. Tom, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you, Bob? Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. Tom is an inside sales leader, also our chapter president of the Chicago AA-ISP chapter, and also voted in the top 25 most influential inside sales professionals. So congrats on that. Hey, today we're going to dive into a topic around supply chain management and distribution. We've been asked by our members to put out some more resources on that. So Tom is an expert in that area. And Tom, you and I were talking earlier about the cost to serve, but more importantly, the customer relationship equity. And you mentioned that today in a distribution type model, a lot of inside sales reps are just getting hit with all these orders, sometimes 70% plus coming through email, but we're not taking advantage of it. Can you talk a little bit about that challenge, but also the opportunity?
Sure. And thank you for having me here today, Bob. So, yeah, I mean, obviously there's many challenges, but specific to this is one thing that I think a lot of the executive leadership may miss. And again, there's a lot of great leaders in the industry, and certainly there's a lot of data to look at, and you know, especially when you're looking at from an order being placed to order fulfillment, you have to look at that whole cycle and process, I should say. And ultimately, you know, what's the realized cost to serve, and especially going to, you know, the middleman or the middlemen, women, if you will. You know, how many people are touching that? And so when you're looking at the way that the buying preferences have changed within the industry, what isn't being done is the way that sales teams are then selling to the or the end user, but in this instance, the middleman. And so we have to start looking at the way that inside sales is really, really honing in on that customer relationship equity. You know, with Amazon and price competitiveness, one thing I think has happened quite often is many times a company or a salesperson, and being a salesperson myself, I'll take responsibility and I'll own up to this. How many times have we said no to our customers in the industry, right? You know, no matter what you're dealing with, there's always going to be somebody that can sell it cheaper, that can sell it low. And what companies have to realize is the administration time, the operational time, the increases in just business costs and labor costs. And so from an inside salesperson, when I want to capture and I want to increase the equity I have in my customer relationship, there's been many times that I've said no. I deliver a service, or as a sales rep, I provide a service you're not going to find anywhere else. I'm unique, and I know my customer's name. I know their situation. I can deliver promises that I'm getting. And so not only am I aligning myself with marketing, which is fantastic, that's a topic we talk about, but I'm also, as a company and as a sales rep, I want to be aligned with my operations so that I can tell my customers yes, and I can do it profitably. I can increase my margins and in a way, for argument's sake, train my customers to understand that there is value in purchasing from me, and I'm just not somebody here to say, oh, well, somebody can do it for $1 cheaper per case, if you will, or 50 cents cheaper per piece. I'm build up the equity, and that is going to lead to better, stronger, more profitable relationships. Customers aren't going to want to leave, so I have higher retention. And again, I've trained my customer to value the relationship and pay me my worth than just being another commodity like everyone else is trying to be.
And this is a really good point. This thing earlier about saying no, really, if you're not confident that you can meet the customer's needs and demands and timing requirements and all that, it's better to say no and be honest and upfront, and that earns their respect and loyalty. Did I get that right?
Yeah. So, and not only that, but and again, you know, it's I think that the industry as a whole, right? When you think people want what they want it now.
Yeah.
Are we really setting realistic expectations? And sure, maybe there's another supplier that could probably sell it a little bit cheaper, but they're not going to deliver it. They may not be able to deliver it on time or within the time constraints that the customer may have. They may not. They may be able to deliver in those time constraints, but at what quality level? And then as a customer who has multiple different people to deal from, you start, the more and more people that you have to deal from, the greater and greater risk that customer has to customer service issues, right? So I think if we take a step back, and again, I say it lightly, not that we're trying to train our customers, but in a way we are training our customers to really hold a lot of value, to take a good equity stake in us as much as we're taking a good equity stake in them. And it is okay to say no. Just say no. If you can't do it, you can't do it. And certainly I understand there will be situations where you are taking care of a customer that sometimes you're not going to make as much money. But when you really take a step back, look at it, and you have built that customer relationship equity, you are really providing a service from an inside sales perspective and an account management perspective. You have really built up that relationship. You can deliver on the expectations you set. You can deliver it profitably. And what you'll find is that, yes, there will be people that can sell it cheaper.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
That's okay.
But they won't have the cost to serve, the realized cost to serve that you do. And so if you focus on the long game, you will be far more profitable. You will outgrow your competition, and let those people playing the price game play the price game. They come and go. What is going to give that lasting power in the game?
Yeah, you really, I was taking notes as you were talking, and I started writing the trusted resource, right? The expert, the person that's being upfront, transparent, honest, provides good service, is going to only deliver quality. I mean, that's the kind of person I would want to buy from, you would want to buy from. So those are good. Those are really good qualities. I think, Tom, what I'd like to do is have you back for another session. So maybe what we do is the anatomy of this trusted resource sales rep. What's their anatomy? Are they, how many times do they communicate? Are they proactive? What methods do they, some tips and tricks on setting themselves apart as the trusted resource? And we'll get tactical next time. So thanks so much for joining us. Viewers out there, I hope you enjoyed this again. We're going to bring more on the supply chain, the distribution, because a lot of our member companies are in that space.
Yep.
So Tom, thanks. And everyone, until next week, good selling. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Bob.